Good evening, Earthbound Super Series. Welcome in to tonight's matchup. This is the final matchup of round 3. On the left, Oxus. On the right, StaticPulse. On the restream is Temple. And I'm Leslie Pro. Hopefully everybody's having a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time of day it is. It doesn't matter, because we're here for a good time. So, the challenge flag for this seed, no, it's none. It's just your typical ancient cave, get to Gygus and win scenario. It's gonna be different tomorrow night, but you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And we're underway. Pretty linear path so far, Oxwood. Both runners checking for the item. Static's not going to. Only thing he's missing out on is a Holmes hat. Ooh, that's a King Banana, a potential skip item that we could see. And we got a prediction going. Who wins, folks? At least I believe that's what the prediction's gonna be. That's exactly what it is, too. Ox was StaticPulse. Get him in, folks. Me, I'm staying neutral. Cutting through Delam. Static finds a phone to save. Oxford's gonna check out the bottom floor. Well, that's great. We don't really have to fight that particular fight here because the card painter spot does nothing. At least here. And we have a desert sighting on floor 1. Static's gonna opt straight for a safety door to avoid walking around because, unfortunately, at this early stage, you're going to get sunstroke rather easy because odds of that are based on your guts. See what I mean? And only Pooh has healing alpha at this early phase. Both runners taking down snakes. Coil snakes in the desert, by the way. Oh, actually, we get some skip items here. Wet towel, hamburger. There's 3 hamburger skips in the seed that our runners can run into, and one of them's the King Banana skip. Interesting decision by Oxus here to check the gifts boxes in the desert. On the first floor, those gift boxes really aren't anything to write home about. Super bombs on floor 1. Oh, you want to see that a bit later than that. Oxus finds a Holmes hat at the Oasis. Insignificant item 2. Well, Static, well, there's only one way this skip's going to go, as this is a one-way skip that could go basically anywhere in the cave. So because of that, who knows? Oh. Static taking a reset. I wonder why. Oh, and the game just said no, as that's the other end of the traffic jam. That could be trouble. That's a very close call for Hawks. Was almost had 2 party members go down. I couldn't tell you, Kelly. All I know is screen stopped and then a reset happened. I couldn't tell you. Ah. Static has at least found a full heal to get HP and psychic points back up, so that'll help. We've got bosses. And Master Barf on 7, Thunder and Storm on 8. Let's see what Oxwus does here. No doggy. What's happening on Oxwus's side? Is it the exact same thing? Like at the moment... Wait, that's a thing that can happen? Is this a thing that can happen in vanilla, or is it just Ancient Cave? Because I'm confused. Yeah, Temple, that's gonna be a thing for Chaz to look at later. Unfortunate for both runners, because that is a full heal that activates. And then you get to go into Dungeon Man, and that's a one-way skip, so that shop and everything in that area is blocked for our runners for some unknown reason. Static, meanwhile, did find a skip to floor 3. Okay, hard hat, we're getting better equipment here. Now Oxus sees the boss list. That's the end of floor 1, by the way. But Oxus finds a skip right nearby. So it's to 3, so our runners are on even footing. Oxus has found the back end of floor 2, which is the cultist fight. Setting up to use PK Fire on the back row. I like it. Speaking of things I like, StaticPulse finding PK Starstorm Alpha. That's a very good move. Because the Auto Star Masters will teach that move, as will defeating Master Barf. Static would have gotten a protein drink, but seems to be a little bit short on cash. Okay, Silver Bracelet, starting to get some good equipment. And a stun gun. Uh-oh, we got a proto fight on Oxus that's starting to get a little out of control. And here's Ruler and Fresh Egg Skip. And that is Northern Delon. No, Northern Scaraba, excuse me. And here we go again with another skip. This one, Tiny Ruby. Wonder where this goes. But before that, Static's just gonna do a look around, see, where am I? Oxus finds a backstage pass. That is Tucson, by the way. 19 doors to check here. Yeah, not anything you really want to be checking around for too long. Static selling a couple of defense sprays. Could afford a super bomb or a crystal charm or a broken cannon. So that's a strat. And off of this skip, Static finds the Frank fight. Now this goes like it does in the vanilla game, but in defeating Frank, you do wind up picking up a full heal that you can utilize. As Oxus finds a rabbit's foot. Outstanding item. Especially for prey, especially for bottle rocket use. Which, speaking of a prey character, does appear to be Jeff. Thick fry pan pickup for Oxus, as, well, wherever Static is, that is definitely deep into the cave. A heavy bazooka, what are the chances that Static is on floor 9 right now? So while Oxus is poking around Tucson, Static has already jumped way ahead in this cave. Like, I'd get out of there in case there's a cave of the past enemy. That would be an awful first fight off of taking not one but 2 skips to 9. Just saying. At least I'm 90% certain that this is floor 9. Oxus, on the other hand, has found double burger skip. Happy Village. Only thing left to do now is check the free stand. I mean, because that's what I would do. Zombies, so maybe 5 or 6. Okay, so we got some value here. Secret herbs, free revival items. And Kraken soup if you want a full HP recovery item. Diamonds everywhere in Static's path right now. Just trying to find a heal. I mean, Lost Underworld is not great, but probably the best thing you're getting. Oxus has found another route to get to where Static is, just has to find the tiny ruby skip here in Scaraba. As Static gets a souvenir coin and a magic tart. Large pizza, yeah, I'm like 99% certain that this is going to be a floor 9. That's a key win for Static right there. That big experience boost will definitely come into play. Well, that's the ruler skip that Static took. And that went just back to 3. Oxus isn't sticking around here. That's one side of Peaceful Rest Valley. pretty sure it's the back end of floor 8 at this juncture. Both our runners getting levels from those respective fights. StaticPulse definitely ahead in the levels department. I think right now Static is just content to sit and grind off of this single enemy encounter, and if it works, since it works, and Oxus, oh, he's going for the eggs. Definitely going for that fresh egg skip. Oh, but gets back attacked. So now Oxus is gonna need to find a, or just pull out a secret herb. I was gonna say a revive is necessary, but Oxus has them in spades. Probably should have cast life up. Yeah. Oh, got the green swirl, so we good. Now, where does this fresh eggs? That goes to Central Onet. I don't think Oxus is particularly interested in Static. Working on getting levels off these Starmen, but now Oxus has found the tiny ruby skip, I do believe. Because right now, I have a very strong... It would take something shocking for this to not be floor 9. Put it that way. Especially since Oxus just found the heavy bazooka. Ori, you're so lucky. Right now, I am sitting here with, lacking the game audio, so yeah. Lucky! Tetranet's a banger. Dance of the Spheres is a fantastic track. Oh wait, I know what I can do. Oh, that's 2 Starmen. Uh-oh, this could get ugly fast. Noxus didn't find the auto Star Master that Static did, so... Bit of a disadvantage here. Takes one down. Takes them both down. Find it curious that Static's going back into Scaraba. Okay, either Static took a death or Static's wanting super bombs. Either or would be a valid play here. Oh yeah, this is a super bomb play, no doubt about it. Now, both of our runners do have a large pizza that they can take advantage of. But Static's also going to pick up a big league bat, which will really help with Nessa's offense, but that's going to be marginal at best. Okay, if I didn't know better, I'm not sure what Temple's spelling out in chat, but that is probably the most butchered spelling of H-O-T-T-O-G-O that I've ever seen. If you know, you know. That's so close to the skip, too. Yeah, that's floor 9. Our runners be on floor 9, Temple. Okay, Chad, I get you, I get you. Me, I'm just being silly. Don't mind me. Besides, calling a race, I also want to have a bit of fun along the way, too. Now, Oxford takes down Thunder and Storm. That's going to be a good chunk of experience as well. Did not see PSI Shield Sigma, though. We did see recently Brooke take down Geigus Phase 1 with just PSI Shield Alpha, and that was impressive as all heck. Would I recommend doing that? Absolutely not, but if you're game for it, go for it. Oh gosh, diamonds everywhere. That's just disgusting. There's another skip to 9. Skip sandwich. No dice. So... I have a feeling that not only our answer to Gygus as well as pendants is going to be in this underworld. It is not a place our runners like to go to in general in Ancient Cave due to... See, I knew it! Our runners don't like going here because it's slow in terms of movement. But there's 5 gifts you can check and a place where you can revive party members near Tenda Village the Second. So if you can tolerate the slow movement long enough to get all those things... Well, I mean, to be fair, this seed's mandating it. Static doesn't realize it yet. Or Static's close to Gygus and Oxmus is just heading the wrong way. We shall see. It's one of those things. Spawn tiles are going absolutely bonkers right now. Takes on a dinosaur. So at the end of it was a Horn of Life and a Cloak of Kings. So not Gygus. So StaticPulse could still be on the correct path. It's just that there are a lot of enemies spawning in right now, and it's kind of gross. Bag of Dragonite found for Oxmus, that's helpful. Diamond encounter for Oxmus. Thankfully, a Mook Senior. This isn't an enemy you can just put to sleep and then run. In terms of speed and getting out of a fight, that's a fantastic strategy. And Static finds a place to save, deep in the cave. And there is an arms dealer here. And it's selling multi-bottle rockets! I would be pulling out money and getting MBRs. Easily. So now the question is, which of our runners is on the right path? Is it Oxmus? Is it Static? That's another Monkey Cave skip, and I believe that's one of the 2 pizza skips. Erifram, thanks for the 32 months support. Sub to Earthbound, super serious. Hopefully you're having a good evening, and Static has found the way. I think I know what that oh no is about, because Static has yet to find a single pendant. This is where you drop an exit mouse and start scrambling. Because it really does now come down to what happens first. A star pendant pickup for StaticPulse. Ox was finding the path to Gygus. Either of those things could play a big role, and we have a full heal here. And this full heal, Magnet Hill, has a treasure chest. This is where you get the carrot key in the vanilla game to access the 6th Sank. With it being randomized here, who knows what it could be? It could wind up being... Well, I was hoping for a pendant Meteorium. Yeah, I mean, if sold, you could potentially have money for a multi-bottle rocket, but nah, that's not gonna help here. Now, you say that, Temple, and there have been seeds over the years that have done that to our runners. This is a bad setup for Static. Can't get away, and here's a beta. Major psychic psychos and the like always attack using PK Fire. And that spray of fire is the equivalent of Fire Omega. Gets out with 1 HP. Oh my goodness. And that's a store? Oh no, indeed. But there are bottles of deluxe water. Oh, jeez. This is bad. Like, this is bowling shoe ugly bad. And Oxus has the money to purchase multi-bottle rockets. So, this is going to be interesting to see how Oxus handles this. Yeah, because Oxus found the pendant in Lost Underworld. Static saw Lost Underworld, turned right around and said, nope. Can I fault him for that decision? I can't. Because of just how slow the movement is. Oh, that is a horrible call on that red swirl. That's gonna be a party what? I swear, in terms of red swirl calls, that is like baseball umpire Laz Diaz behind the plate. Inconsistent strike zone. If you know, you know. Well, Danny's reinstalling the door. Static's gonna have to head back towards that full heal in order to get his party members back, and he's close to it. Oh, but that's bad. Oh, and that's a squatter demon, and there's no... And now it's just snowballing here. Oof. Oxus is closing in on Gygas. Static is... The situation is looking less and less likely of a win by the minute. At the way it's going right now. And sometimes you get the calls in your favor, and Oxus is going to be able to get away from that gross encounter. So Static's gonna have to go back to Lost Underworld in order to dig out a star pendant. That is the only thing left that Static can do at this point. Yeah, what can I say? Sometimes the bad calls go for you, sometimes they go against you. Yeah, level 32, Oxus still doesn't have PSI Shield Sigma. So Static does still have a small amount of time left. Not a lot, but has to get going. So Oxus installed the butts. Meanwhile, Static's party is getting absolutely roasted. And could not get away. And the real troubling thing here for our runners is that the route to Gygas has Cave of the Past enemies on it. And that can get very nasty very fast. So I didn't see that, Danny. Did a rabbit's foot just drop from an enemy? Because if so, that's kind of funny. Oh, wow. That's about as funny. Okay, that's a new one. Sometimes random things like that can drop from enemies in Ancient Cave. Probably the one that I got the biggest kick out of was getting a sea pendant off a squatter demon, which Static happens to be facing right now. Like, if a pendant were to drop from this enemy, Static would be bailed out big time. No dice. Had to say it because it's completely random what drops from which enemy, as well as the frequency. What I would say, Slug, is Peter, the horse is here. So Static doesn't even have enough money to be able to afford the MBRs that are being sold here. Let's just say... this seat has taken a bit of a macabre turn for our runners, as part of the problem now is Static does not have a pendant or PSI Shield Sigma. Oxus is sending it. Static found Gygas first, but did not have a pendant. Yeah, I feel like that's a futuristic Street Fighter game, admittedly. Well, by that logic, Daniel, yeah. So we have a large pizza here. This is the turn to use it for sure. But our pizza wielder also has multi-bottle rockets. But Oxus gets his shield up first. Even better. It's a good thing for the MBRs because Porky is freeze resistant. $960 Oxus is out of phase 1. Now, the only problem here is I don't think the pendants... I don't think the right pendants are equipped, so this is a wipe. Meanwhile, Static has found the star pendant. A miss menu then. Oh, that's... That's so unfortunate. Hate to see it happen. I think Static's heading towards the revival point. Or it's gift box hunting. I don't know. Rest promoter DX. And now it's round 2 for Gygas on Oxus' side. The Rockin' gets off first. Static comes up with a brain food lunge. Excellent recovery item, regardless of who in the party uses it, because it's like about 350 HP, 50 psychic points recovered. But if Pooh uses it, it's a full heal. HP, PP, both get maxed. Now, Ox was already into phase 2. And Gygas is freeze resistant again. Static coming up with a second star pendant. That is some extra insurance. Oh, this is trouble. Oxus was down to 1 party member, but does revive Pooh to at least try and make it manageable. Yeah, that would also be of concern. And I'm gonna agree with what Slug just said in chat. This is where you bust out the bag of Dragonite and go all Dragon Lord on this fool. Doesn't have to, that's phase 2. Okay, that Brain Shock only lasted 1 turn, but it did allow Oxus to transition into the second part of the prayer phase. Item of Kings, that's for Pooh, and that weakens the effect of PSI. Ooh, that hit for 108. That does not leave Jeff with a lot of HP. Gonna have to life up on this turn. Thankfully, Brain Shock does allow you to tell when you get a free turn. That was a free turn, so Jeff back in the HP. Static. Ooh, that's a lot of enemies. And there's PSI Shield Sigma for Static Pulse. It was at level 34. At this point, I'd just save and go. Because knowing the quality of opponent that I have and how quick the seed was, I'd be feeling a hunt. Very much so. But that's just me. Bottles of deluxe water picked up as Oxus rolls a jackpot on that prayer. Here comes Static into Gygus, but little does he know two things. One, this entire Gygus fight is freeze resistant. And the other part of it is that Oxus is one prayer away. Now, he's not going to know that until he sees the done in the race time run. And that's it. Get your GG's in chat for Oxus, who's going to be moving on with an official racetime.gg time of 51 minutes 7 seconds. Not an easy start for Static. Winds up having to use a large pizza, and look at Pooh barely hanging on with 6 HP in a dream. Also, Oxus, you can jump in for an interview if you'd like. Unfortunately for Static, hey, it's all good. GG's Oxus. Congratulations on the win, and you're moving on to... I gotta pull this up. So your next matchup in the semifinals, rather, the winner's final, you will be taking on Brooke. And the winner of that goes to the finals. The loser of that takes on the winner of the bonus bracket. Danger bracket, however you want to call it. Nah, Pebble. Stinky brackets where you put all the runners together, but all the seeds have something that stink about them. That's where it's really the stinky bracket. That's right, Kelly versus Static. Oof, that's gonna be a wick. Oh, we got some killer matchups coming up, as Static is now heading into the prayer phase. Absolutely, Pebble. If y'all thought the matchups were good up to this point, I will be upfront in saying that the best is yet to come, and I will get more into that in a bit, as right now, Static is aiming to wrap this one up. Yeah, I'm gonna agree, Slug. I'm gonna agree. This year's quals were absolutely rough. The roughest I've had in my years of doing this. Like, ugh. So everybody's seeding was off by a bit as a result. But you know what? That just means next year's quals are gonna be better. Right? Right. Now, Airframe may have had fun reviewing the quals, but whoo, those seeds stank. Maybe I wonder if I could. Maybe Airframe could try playing some of these qualifiers one year. Airframe. How about no? Channeling of Doctor Who aside, Plandomizer just sounds like a bad idea. Singular butts. Also a good meme. And an abridged version of an Earthbound classic meme. And Static only 2 prayers away from finishing off this seed. It would be a sub-hour finish as well, which for both runners to finish an Ancient Cave seed sub-hour is absolutely impressive. Just have one last turn. And there it is. Get your GGs in chat for StaticPulse, who brings it home with an official time of 57:55, which in a race setting is a personal best for Ancient Cave Rando. So now, a quick look ahead to tomorrow. Remember how I said the best was yet to come? Well, let me tell you something. That's because tomorrow night on this channel, Satake versus Temple, round 4 of the danger bracket. Only one of them will move on. The other is eliminated. It's in a matchup that would certainly be worthy of a finals matchup any other year. Except this year it goes down in the danger bracket. And we're joined now by StaticPulse. GG Static, how you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling better than I have been this week, so that's good.
Yeah, so that definitely helps. No doubt about that. Now, that seed moved rather fast for both of you, as you both wound up on floor 9. Fairly little trouble. In fact, I think you got onto 9 first.
Yeah, there were a few skips there, and I had to ended up finding a pretty direct line toward it, like maybe 20 minutes in, if that. Really just should have explored Dino Room a whole lot earlier. I was hoping for presents anywhere else, but that was not the case. And not having pendants
Yeah,
made
that
those
wound
final
up
rooms
being
really
the
hard.
part of the big difference here is that Oxus took a peek into Lost Underworld first,
Mm-hmm.
did find a star pendant quickly, and was exploring that way. And while he was trying to go in and out of there, you found Gygus well before he did.
Yeah.
But as he was exploring, he was also winning fights, getting money, and he was able to afford multi-bottle rockets, which also sped up phase 1. But then he wiped it due to a mismenu in phase 2.
Oh. Oh, did he have the rabbit's foot then? Or
Yeah,
was he?
absolutely. He had a rabbit's foot. Now, interestingly
Oh.
enough, he did not find the Auto Star Master that you found.
Hmm. I wonder where the. I guess the rabbit's foot was on his path and not mine, since I didn't see it. But Jeff was also the prayer kid.
Right. Now, interestingly enough, he found 2 rabbit's feet. One he found on his path, I want to say around floor 3. And then the
Mm-hmm.
other one dropped from a ghost that was fought on
Oh.
floor 9.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, you know how it is. Sometimes you get a lucky random drop on floor 9. It happens to be a really good item.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. Like I had a sea pendant drop from a squatter demon 1 seed many years ago. And then there was that SNES Superstars race I had with Ryko Rider where I wound up having bags of Dragonite from Fobbies.
That must be pretty good.
There was something funny about that one, believe me.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I just wish I was just hoping that there was some present somewhere else other than Underworld to get, but had no such luck, so I ended up having to go back there. I think if I explored the Dino Room first off, I was thinking about that. I was like, well, there's a lot of presents here, and I'm probably on floor 9, but that's going to be really slow. If I get star pendants literally anywhere else, it'll be much faster.
Yeah, the logic's understandable and it's sound. It's just this time it didn't work out that way.
Yep, that's Ancient Cave for you.
Absolutely. So, looking ahead, you get bumped down to the danger bracket where your next matchup will be against Kelly Simone. And the Z flag, which chat was asking about this, is that your items are not going to be in shops or presents. It's going to be on a list by winning and gained by beating up enemies in various
Oh yeah,
encounters.
I remember
Personally,
that
one of
one.
my more favorite Z flags.
That was the Z flags used in the finals match against me and Satake last year. I remember that very well. All
Yep,
right.
and the first of those matches is going to be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, right here on Earthbound Super Series. I'm on the call for that one, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, I will be there watching if I'm not doing something else, like being sick. But
Dude, being sick is the absolute worst. Hopefully, you're able to continue to rest up and feel better. GG's, you put on a heck of a race. Looking forward
yeah,
to seeing your next one.
yep, I am too. All right. Thanks for commentating, Leslie, and thanks to Temple for restreaming. I'm gonna get some rest.
All right, GG's Static. Thanks for the run. And with that, that brings us to a close. Feel free to give both our runners a follow, Oxus and Static Pulse. They put on a heck of a show. Also, feel free to give Temple and myself a follow. We're all involved in this community, and we're all having a lot of fun playing Earthbound in varying forms and fashions. But that's going to wrap up our coverage for tonight as we are off to raid RPG Limit Break as they are raising money for National Alliance of Mental Illness. So, we'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for Temple versus Satake. But until then, stay kind, stay safe, stay together, and fuzzy pickles!